Taoism is a philosophy inspired by nature as it moves towards growth and wellness. Based on the opposite but complementary forces of yin and yang, we observe high and low pressure systems, or how a day of yang dissolves into a night of yin. Each transforms into the other, bringing about balance across the earth. We see yang as the seed or life force pushing the plant upward to reach the sun, but we also recognize yin as the hidden and unseen field below, nurturing the plant before it ever takes form. This concept of how the visible and hidden interact can be seen in the interaction of the force and field in forces like gravity and electromagnetism. Observing nature's energy flow allows us to understand how our inner world is active in shaping our experiences. Imagine sitting in a boat on a calm lake. You toss a stone into the water and it creates ripples that reverberate out in all directions. The invisible energy or momentum of raising your arm to throw the stone is given expression as a circular pattern in the water. When an energy field is created, it also affects whatever caused it, so the ripple will bob your boat from side to side. The waves are similar to the fields we see in electromagnetism and the distortion of space or field we call gravity. The magnetic field of yin and the force of yang show how yin and yang work together. Yang is obvious in what we do and see, but yin is the unseen influence at play. The force and field interact to move energy or mass. Both gravity and electromagnetism reveal yin's subtle yet potent and magnetic behavior that will attract anything within its field. Now, imagine sitting still in time to observe how your thoughts are conditioned by the past that recreates the future. You might ask, how is that even possible? Well, we approach the future like it is full of possibilities, but we can only experience what we believe we deserve. Like throwing a stone into the surrounding water, you carry the invisible energy of momentum based on past assumptions. Your actions are observable as yang, but the unseen field of yin is also at play in the subconscious, similar to how a seed is nurtured before it ever takes form. Once created, waves and fields propagate energy that influence the trajectory of our journey. Because we believe we are disconnected from the source, we observe unfolding events as fate. Like Tao, represented as yin and yang, what feels like a force, or yang, is actually a field, or yin too. One cannot operate without the other, and both are different manifestations of the same phenomena. Gravity is actually how the mass of an object distorts the fabric of space surrounding it. It can feel like a force, but it's really the distorted geometry of a field. Gravity's force of attraction resembles how we attract certain situations because of the distortion or condition of our inner field. At the subatomic level, we also see how the behavior of matter and energy reveal a strange connection between the observer and the observed. The very act of measuring an outcome collapses a field of possibilities into a single definite state, highlighting the profound interplay between observation and reality. This suggests that our sense of conscious separation from what we experience might be an illusion. Everything, including consciousness, seems to be part of a unified whole. Whatever life is, it appears to remain in a state of possibilities until it is measured. Yang is the apex of summer and the force or power that is observable and tangible across the earth. It is the force we see in electromagnetism and the planet's mass that created the gravitational distortion of the field. Yin is the depths of winter and the unseen potential of the seeds sleeping below the earth. It is the magnetic or gravitational field, invisible but potent in shaping the outcome. Yang takes form from the excitation of the field of yin in the same way that we react on our assumptions. We exert energy like yang, but our actions are drawn from the field of yin, which provides the structure and shapes what we experience. We give form to our thoughts through words, actions, and decisions, but underlying this activity is our motivation and the story of our beliefs, assumptions, and subconscious conditioning. What we experience emanates from the subtle and pervasive field of yin, which shapes perception. Thus, thought operates on dual levels, as an active agent shaping the world and as an underlying structure shaping the way the world is perceived. Thought provides the context and framework through which we interpret the world. If the thought field is dominated by fear, even neutral situations will feel threatening. A person may be compelled to act defensively, causing ripples in their relationships. If the field is one of curiosity or openness, experiences are more likely to be perceived as opportunities for growth. This is why Taoism focuses on arriving in the moment with an open awareness, untethered to the past. Moving charges create magnetic fields in electromagnetism. Our actions and outcomes feed back into and reshape the thought field. Acting on a belief reinforces it, making the field stronger. Observing the consequences of a belief might weaken or transform the field. By becoming deeply aware of the subtle field of thought, beliefs, conditioning, assumptions, we can begin to loosen its grip. Meditation or self-inquiry can help us observe this field without being entangled in it. In Taoism, entangling is called embroiling, when we react in a way that exacerbates the conflict rather than observing to learn from it. We can transform the field of thought by replacing self-doubt with self-compassion to shift the force it exerts. It's difficult to change outer events, but when the inner world changes, events seem to reflect it. Just like the forces and fields in nature, what can feel like a force as events happening to us is actually a field or the condition of the charge we bring to the encounter. What we perceive as a field or what unfolds around us is created by the force of our beliefs. Energy shapes space, the fields of electromagnetism, and the waves created in water. In the same way, your energy creates the texture of what you encounter on your journey. Thoughts shape the framework of how you create, perceive, and engage with the world. You have the power to change and create the field in which you surround yourself. If you want to experience a different outcome, take time to identify the charge that is creating your field. The law of attraction won't work by simply concentrating on what you want. Desire is focused on what is missing rather than what is, and lacking gratitude, we miss the beauty of how experience unleashes our untapped potential. An inner field of scarcity or worry will always create situations that challenge us to let it go. While Taoism teaches us to see how the inner and outer world mirror each other, it doesn't support following desire into a place beyond the present. Events are meant to open us so we can release ideas that stunt our growth. Stand in the moment, focus on gratitude and open to the possibilities. Let go of the past and recognize how life has been committed to your success since the day you were born. Trust that everything is unfolding perfectly to lead you exactly where you need to be.